Yo, I gotta tell you, I'm driving in Minnesota. The weather's fucking crazy. It's definitely not something that you want to play with me. It's not gonna be a fun drive. It ain't safely to take heed when you realize that it's the safety that fucking breaks me, because you see people around you and they're fucking touching their knobs. They're trying to turn the heat up. And what they should be doing is worried about trying not to get beat up by me when we meet up. Because what I will do is I will get them beaten so fucking hard they'll have their feet up in the air and their hands on the ground. It'll be a reverse of what they would be doing if they were standing up right now. It'd be the reverse of that. Because what's happening is you're seeing that these dumbass little kids are driving and they don't happen to sit in even a normal way. What they do is they're just trying to turn their car into an enormous range of fucking weird ass places, and they don't even realize that what they're doing, and they're placing us in dangerous positions that is gonna fucking crush us all. And they ain't gonna worry about it because they're thinking, well, fuck it all I'm gonna do is drive as fast and sloppily as possibly, and hopefully I don't get stopped by the police. But what they should do is worry about knocking into me, because then what I'm gonna do is get out of my car and then stomp them in the street. And it's fucking obnoxious as shit to me, because I am often proving with authenticity that if I look around, all I'm seeing is lots of little teens that are just little bitch-ass wannabes that cannot drive at all, and all they gotta do is just, they ought to see and ought to seek help with the people that can drive well. Like, honestly, I would say probably me, because I drive fine in this fucking weather all the time. I don't have a single problem with it. And what they do is they fucking clutch the speed and they turn the heat up in their Honda Civic to think that they're going to ride around with it, to think there's going to be no problems and nothing is going to be bad when they turn around with it. And then they're spinning out. Their four wheels and tires are going in different directions, and it's going to get into the intersection. And then there's going to be a very rude interjection, not going to be with words, but they're going to get jackknifed and it's going to hurt. They're going to break their windpipe, and it's going to fucking break, and it's going to take another fucking face of the news of the victims that are going to see it, because then they're going to realize that they could have used some good senses to fix this problem. And it's tremendous and it's stupendous, and it's definitely got it to the point where I'm thinking these idiots need to stop driving or get some new lenses so they can see better. And metaphorically speaking, because they need to be seeing that what they're doing is not working. They are simply weakening the fact that the drivers in this traffic are bad as shit. They're just fucking ravishing, in the point that they're not getting past the fucking breaking point, that is. And when they do get their break, it points to a different direction that they didn't want to go to, and then they fucking slither and slowly flow to that place in that lane that they didn't even want to get at. And then they just get there and they get flattened, and then they just, get pissed at them, the person that they hit that quick, and they blame it on them. They don't blame it on their dumbass self, because that's dumb as hell. They need to figure out a better way to drive in the snow, in the winter weather. Because I'll tell you one thing, this isn't getting better. This is getting way worse. This is worse than I've seen in years. And all these people thinking that they can make it from here to there, and the people cheer like, oh shit, maybe if we leave an hour early in a 10-minute drive, we can make it there and we'll be on time. It doesn't happen that way. Let's get it live and on a point that I will show you that this is not one of the best things to try. In fact, this is something that next Netflix should provide, is a documentary on how to get these kids to drive properly. And it's just impossibly short, to the point that they ain't fucking stopping me. But I'm cautiously driving, and I'm also driving pretty close to the speed limit. And these people, when they would see that, then they would probably get it, but they don't. And they just try and weave and pivot into the next area, and it makes me just want to be prolifically getting pissed off. And these little bitches get on my nerves, and now my phone is falling off the steering wheel, because here you'll feel awkward knowing that my car is in park, but I still got the heat on, because I'm trying to be strong and not fucking get my fucking freeze on. I'll get my freeze on as if my freestyle on that point of it, but that's because this boy is sick, and I got so many fucking crazy rhymes. And this shit. If you haven't noticed it, it's about time you take notice of it, because if you didn't, then what you're basically doing is you're part of a covenant of people that don't want to watch Adam Stark and his crazy ass rhymes. And this is one of those things. We are just living in some amazing last tides of fucking strides of amazing guys that don't know how to drive and stuff. And I'm just pissed about that. I mean, these drivers are fucking horrible, obnoxious, they're deplorable, and you can't stop this even if you fucking pulled out your hockey stick and you just slashed the tires with it, or tried to, and you just try and get specific as possible. But I am just witnessing the worst driving I have seen in many times, and this has just been a fucking reminder of the system of the kids that just get fucking cars when they're on their 14th birthdays, and then that's just, they don't even have to work days, and they don't have to work nights or any shift. They just get, preferred, getting paid for doing absolutely nothing and being a lazy ass, and they get their cars just for fun. It's a present that they can thank their dads and moms with it, and it's just crazy, and it gets me all sick with it, and it's ubiquitous, and it definitely isn't getting them to the point of being fit for this crazy life when you grow up and you have cars given to you for free. You don't even have to pay a fee. You can just, thank the seas and the things that align for you, and the skies will too, and the skies are blue, just like the fucking feeling I get when I'm driving through these crazy towns of guys that don't know how to do anything. It's like they got their cars and they would just yeah. And then my phone drops. I mean, what else is new? I mean, it's gonna happen all the time. There just ain't no helping you. Talking to myself again, because I'm talking about myself and whoever listens to this. And if you ain't getting this shit, what I'm saying is learn to drive, because otherwise you just won't survive, and you'll just die, and you'll just collide with other lives, and they will get ruined. And surprise, you're going to be on the news on Channel 9 or whatever channel is supplied for you to get this news off. The bad news that you died. And I just saying, learn how to fucking drive and not be so reckless with it, because it's an investment given that will get yourself a nice life, and it won't equate to being an exorcism next of kin getting to the victim and all that intertwined. And it's just, the internet is a system to show that if you don't drive well, you're going to end up on someone's video that they're going to put up, and they're going to get many views, and it's just going to definitely get you into many clues that you were one of the drivers that was getting embarrassed on a video that was viral and made you sick, and that's apparent. Viral video that makes you sick, get it? I don't know. That was a fucking metaphor that I was trying to get intertwined with the sickest rhyme that I was getting, guys. But I've been fucking working 12 hours straight, and I'm just fucking miles away from trying to stay myself awake. But that's okay, because what I'm trying to do is just resuscitate this fucking rhyme that I was getting off the topic, because I was talking about cars that couldn't drive even if they wanted to. But then I was getting to the point where my mind was dropping off a few fucking notches too, because I've been awake for so fucking long. It's been like around something, a big ass number. I don't want to do math now, because otherwise my ass will be rounding the number down so much I won't even know how to count and stuff. My brain will just fucking turn to mush, because it's what happened. You're learning. Look, this is the face of a guy that works so fucking hard, and then he looks up to the fucking stars, and he wishes that he didn't have to do all of this, but I do it proudly, because I am somebody who's proud of my hard work and my fucking ability to do that. And anybody who doesn't respect me, they better move back, such as the drivers that don't use their fast motion when they're on the fucking roads, and then it just provokes me to fucking, crush them in the open. Like, that's what I would do. If I was driving a fucking truck with a snowblower on it, or excuse me, what do you call it, a fucking shovel, and it was strong as shit, what I would do is I would take your car and fucking demolish it. I would squash the shit. I would fucking trample it, and it would just, from here to fucking Metropolis, which is a place that is not in existence, but that ain't stopping this shit from getting to that point of being anger. And it isn't anonymous, because my name is Adam Stark, and that name should be in prominence, and I won't fucking stop the shit. And this is what I'm saying is, I'm getting so fucking mad at these drivers that I've had all around me, and it's sad because they do so fucking bad, and I just wish that they would learn to drive, or else they're going to have to learn to survive when they come against me, because once I got that pain and that hunger in my eyes for bloodthirst, and it thrives, and it definitely going to get you in the next place to get away from me, because then you're not going to play with me. Then you're going to fucking try and strafe away from me, because then it's going to be painfully get you in the place that you don't want to be. It's going to be the place that you would hate to be in. And I'm not even talking about just a mental state. I'm talking a mental and a physical state, because then you're going to get in my face, and then you're going to get in my state, the Minnesota place, and you're going to see a Minnesota license plate that I would take, and I'll rip it off of your fucking car. So then you'll get pulled over even if I don't see you. And then the police see you, is going to come see you, and then they're going to take you apart piece by piece, and you won't be able to get any parts of your rights, and you're not going to be able to use any of them. You're not going to have a lawyer that's going to step into the function, because you are going to be looking dumb as shit without a license plate because you happen to drive this way. That's why I took it away from you. And then you'll see I'm not trying to play with you. I'm trying to take from you the fucking timing that you took away from me, this crazy dude that was just trying to drive at a normal pace, and you wouldn't let it happen, because that's what happens. You're going to regret it now, as if you didn't get a napkin and you spilled in a very expensive $600 tuxedo, and then you're going to need to find a new way to figure that out, because you're going to be ended up sucking like a fucking whore in a libido, and you can see that, because that's crazy, like a fucking midget in a Speedo for a normal-sized person, and it's just a horrible rhyme service that I'm giving you, because this shit is pitiful in the fact that you're listening to the guy that's getting mad as shit with you, horrible drivers out there, and it's just fucking miserable. Not my rhymes, but the things that I'm saying I'm going to do to these people that get involved and they get in my fucking way, and they just, all I'm saying is they better stop. Or what's going to happen is they'll plop, they'll fucking drop, they'll fucking be in a mosh pit, and it's going to be, oh my god, it's a fucking crazy-ass motherfucker named Adam Stark, and he's got his goddess. What's his goddess, by the way? That's my fucking imaginary friend, and she'll stomp your ass to death, and that will just beat you right so fucking fast, it'll be like a bassinet, and it'll just fucking beat your ass to death, and it'll be fast as fucking flesh getting devoured by someone who's hungry and a cannibal at that, and yes, it would be that bad of a fucking suffering that you'll begin suffering from, and it's going to be one of those things that's ought to be uncomfortably done, comfortably in some degree, because that what's going to happen is you're going to swallow the different organs, and they want to be, but then you're going to fucking realize you don't have enough salt to add to that liver. What are you going to do with that? You're going to move it back, you're going to take it into your fucking ice box that you got in the back of your fucking car, and then you're going to take it somewhere else so you can eat it and get to the rest of it, and then add some fava beans with it, and then you can do all that, because you're trying to get speed with it, and you're trying not to speed so you don't get a speeding ticket, and then what you can do is you can use the fucking organs that you took from that person that as a cannibal victim with it, and then you can take the stuff from it, and you can has it as a meal ticket, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just feeling intristic and inquisitive and just gonna get the shit, because I'm just getting it pissed with this, and I'm just showing you that there's many different ways I can rhyme, and I'm just gonna piss you off all the time, because you're one of these guys who listens to my videos only to hate and not to do anything but that, and you can just, just definitely suck someone's nutsack and just take it up the butt crack, do all of that at the same time. Oh, that's a horrible fucking place to be. I wouldn't want to be in your position, not even imaginatively or fucking, any other place to be that would be definitely dangerously equating to be those type of things that I just say to the people that are listening for negative reasons. The rest of you, I definitely want to thank you for your fucking patronage and every other thing that you've been giving me this season of fucking horrible winter driving, because this kid is surviving, and I'm definitely interested into the intricacy of living with crazy, insignificant, omnipotent, crazy fucking civilian drivers that suck and they can't drive for shit. And they're going to see what happens when they get next to this guy, and then it's on like a race. But what happens is they lose because they know they drive horribly. And it's just fucking, unfortunately, I'm in that fucking mood where I'm trying to fucking torture these people that want to get against me, because unfortunately, see through that's how fucking obvious it is that I'm going to beat you, these people, and it's not a race, as I said before. This is a fucking beat down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make your feet down on the ground, and it's going to be stuck there because it's fucking icy as shit outside, and then I just fucking burp, but that's okay, because what I can do is I can cut corners of squares and get to the next place I was trying to go to, so you better shape up, because it's going to definitely take the shit off of you, and I punch you, it'll be like a fucking shape up, get it? Because that's what things come off you. When I shape up, yeah, I'm going to do that. It's going to be like trying to shave up, but what's going to happen is it's going to be worse than that, because it ain't going to be some great stuff. What's going to happen is I'm going to take all your fucking winter clothes off. I'm going to take your fucking hat and your mittens and your scarf and your boots off. Then I'm going to throw it up in the air and hope it gets caught by Rudolph. And if it doesn't, well, then I'll just take it anyway and put it in my truck and lock it. And then you're not going to be able to get the keys out of my pocket. Then I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely take your fucking empty fucking cold freezing ice fucking frostbite hands, and I'm going to fucking stomp on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trample it, and then I'm going to fucking take an ice pick and put it onto it, and then I'm going to fucking step on the ice pick, and it's going to go through your hand and through the other parts of it, and then you're going to take it out, and I'm going to say, oh my god, there's 3 different parts of it. It broke in different shards of it, and then what are you going to do with the rest of it? It's going to be on some fucking, you need to call some medical attention quick, and you're going to be so lethargic when you realize your tongue is frozen and you can't even speak, and then it's going to be worse, because then I thought of something sick. What I would do is then I would take your tongue with gloves. I'm not going to touch it with my bare hands because that would be some retarded shit. And I'll take it and fucking as far as I can, and then put it on a frozen pole. Then see what happens to you next is you're going to get frozen, and you're going to be stuck there, and it's going to be fucking, oh my god, and you're going to say, it's going to sound like, oh my god. You're not going to be able to do it. It's not going to hold any goal to be able to come up with the strength to fucking get off of it, because then your tongue is going to be stuck there, and then you're not going to be getting around that shit as if it was a fucking topic that you would be avoiding, because this boy is destroying any fucking confidence that you had against me in this fight, that it was annoying because you lose in every single one of them. I'm not going to fucking freestyle about a fight that I would lose. Why would I do that? Fuck that shit. That'd be stupid and whack, and I wouldn't be doing that, because ruins the point of being the only dude in the rap. I mean, if this was some other situation, like you paid me to say I'll lose in the freestyle, then I'll do that, I guess, but that's the only way it would happen, so I'm giving you clues for how to give me the cues, and then I would fucking lose on purpose to get paid and ooze and oodles of money, and that would be awesome. But since that ain't happening, whatever, fuck it. See you later, everyone. Have a good night. Enjoy my crazy ass rant, and have a good flight.